Hey, this is Christine, your DIY craftaholic. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if you are new, welcome to you as well. This is Just Our Imagination Challenge. I'll talk a little bit more about that further in the video, but I am sharing 3 DIYs plus a bonus. So let's jump right into our first inspiration. So I'm using this crate from the Dollar Tree and 4 of these mini mushrooms that I got from Woodpecker's Craft. You're also going to need your wood glue. So I took the pen and I'm just marking where I need to place the mushrooms down, and those are going to be serving as legs. So I applied some wood glue as well as a little hot glue for instant hold and the wood glue for longer lasting hold. I painted it with 2 coats of Waverly Ivory chalk paint that I just found out that I had in my stash. This little pack of paper is from Dollar Tree and I selected the mushrooms, but it's a little bigger than the inside of the crate, so I'm just measuring down where I need to cut off. And once I measured the distance to fit in the crate, I use the paper cutter to cut off the excess. And it still needed to trim down a little bit further, so I use the scissors to do that. I then use the disappearing school glue to glue it inside, and use this little tool from one of Dollar Tree's toolkit to help me to get the ends in. And once I got it in, I use my finger to smooth it out, make sure that it was all laying flat. And once I got that in, I applied some Mod Podge on the outer surface and use some heat to dry that, because you know the Mod Podge will get the paper all soaked and sappy, so I had to use the heat to speed up the drying and to secure it. So now that's done, I am going in with some bling or glam. This is a pack of jewel border stickers from my stash from Dollar Tree, and I'm just peeling off 1 strip. I'm running that along the side. For the length was a little too short, so I had to use another little piece to make up that difference. And I did that for both sides. And this is done, guys. I did not do anything else except to apply some Mod Podge. Super cute. More in the final reveal. Now this is Just Our Imagination Challenge. Now this challenge is all about using a crate, a cookie cutter, and a Christmas tree in our DIYs. And this is hosted by Kathy from Kathy Joe DIYs and Brenda from Rustic and Lace. These ladies have come up with this challenge, and we were challenged indeed. Some of us had a little challenge. I will leave links to their channels in the description box, as well as the playlist. I am so excited to see what the other ladies have come up with. Now for inspiration number 2, I'm using this cutting board. It came in a set of 4 from Aldi's, and I painted that with 2 coats of the Waverly Ivory. And this is a set of stencils that I got from Temu, and I'll be using this one along with the gold paint. So I cut that out and fuzz it. You have to fuzz your silk stencils so that it doesn't stick to your surface. And I'm using this squeegee. Now you have to use a small squeegee for this, so you can get to all the areas that you want to get to and not get any paint or chalk, paste, whatever you're using, on the areas that you don't want to get on. So I'm using the gold paint with the squeegee, and I just lifted that a little bit so it doesn't stick too long. And I'm applying that all around the surface, making sure that I don't get any on the Christmas tree, because that is going to be painted in a different color. And I'm using a small amount of the paint, not too much, because this is not paste, it's paint. And you don't want too much on your surface where it starts bleeding. And the excess I remove. Now once I got that done, I'm now pulling the stencil up And there it is. It says, "May your days be merry and bright." And then I took the heat gun and I'm just drying that. And then I replaced the stencil, making sure I was lining it up just as it was before, because I'm going to be painting the Christmas tree with some apple barrel elephant gray. And then I remove that, and this is what it looks like, guys. I love it. And then I'm using the same gray paint to just paint in that little space that was there. I thought about using the gold, but then I said no, because the Christmas tree is gray, let me use the gray. Now this is my challenge, guys. I am going to use this metal ribbon from Dollar Tree to make my cookie cutter, because I didn't have one, didn't want to go out, or I didn't have the time to go out and buy any, so I'm making one. And I'm making the easiest one as possible. Nothing that is gonna give me too much headache. Didn't want that. So I traced the heart from a piece of paper that I had, and I'm gonna use that as my template. And because this is wire, it's not flexible enough. It required a little elbow grease. And then once I traced that around the heart, I cut off the excess with the wire cutter and set that aside. And now I'm just making a little groove or opening where I can fasten the two ends together. Now it says make or use a cookie cutter. So my challenge is I'm making a cookie cutter. And this is not going to be used for food, so you don't have to worry about why is she using that for a cookie cutter. It's not going to be for food, guys. It's not going to be for food. It's not food safe. It's just, I'm just making a cookie cutter. And this is where you can use whatever you have in your stash. Be creative. Set your mind at ease. If you don't have what is required, just make it. So I use the same template and cut out the heart from this cute napkin that I had in my stash. Black and white buffalo check and this gold stripe napkin. I needed a small rolling pin and I did not have any, so I'll be making one. But before I did that, I'm just laying these out to see how I want them arranged. And I have the rub-ons, transfer stickers from Dollar Tree, and I'm trying to find the word Jesus, except I only had one S. So this is a piece of dowel that I had left over, and then I'm taking 2 wooden beads, using some wood glue and a little hot glue for instant hold. I then took the heat gun and blasted it with some heat just to speed up the drying process. And then I took the X-Acto knife and just removed any little excess glue that was there. Next, I took some apple barrel hot rod red and painted both ends. And then I used the pin to measure the distance of the napkin that I needed to cut. And then I cut that out. And you have to ensure that you removed all the plies from the napkin, because this one had 3 plies. And then I took some white paint, gloss white, and I gave that 1 coat and dried it. And then now I'm going to use the Mod Podge to apply lightly to the pin, and then just apply the napkin. And use my finger to smooth that out. And you see why I needed to give it a base coat, because this napkin is so thin. Leaving it natural, you would have been able to see through the napkin. And if you want to see how I do napkin decoupage, I'll leave a video at the top here so you can check that out. And then I applied whatever Mod Podge was left over the surface, dried that, and used the detail scissors to just trim off the excess. I didn't want to do any sanding because I didn't want the rolling pin to fall apart. Alright, so now I'm ready to assemble or to lay down. So I'm just cutting out the word JES U. And I used my X-Acto knife to do that. I started with the scissors first, and I realized that using the X-Acto knife would be easier. And the X-Acto knife was a little dull, so I'm just showing you guys that the groove that you see on your X-Acto knife, those are actually extra blades. You just remove the one that is dull, and then you have a new blade. So alright, now that I have that done, I am now going to paint my cookie cutter. Yes, it's a cookie cutter. Open your mind. It is a cookie cutter. And I'm just giving that a coat of gold paint using the Mod Podge as well. And now that's done, I'll set that aside. And now I'm ready to assemble the word. Now I cut them out, and I'm just using this craft stick to rub them on. And then lift off the top piece. And I'll do that for all the letters. And I'm also going to decoupage this heart. If you are new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I'm so happy you joined me today. Here on my channel, I do DIYs on a budget, dupes, look for less, and some occasional Dollar Tree shopping hauls and thrift flips. If you love budget-friendly DIYs like these and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit that notification bell. Hit it again and select all so YouTube notifies you whenever I upload new videos. Alright, so now we have decoupaged our word and our heart. I applied some Mod Podge to the remainder of the board. And now I am going to DIY my S. So I took the pencil and I drew in the letter, just mimicking the S that is already on there as much as I could. And then once I got it drawn, I then took the gold marker and I'm painting in the letter. And this gold marker was actually almost same shade as the gold letters that's on there. I took these ribbons and made a messy bow. The champagne gingham, I got that from BB Craft. And the black and white gingham, I got that from Amazon. And this red one I also got from the Dollar Tree. So I made the messy bow just like you see me doing here, just crisscrossing them on top of each other, and then I took a piece of baker's twine and tied them together, and there's your messy bow. Alright, so for the rolling pin, I took the same baker's twine and tied that around the top of the rolling pin, and I also tied a piece at the top of the cookie cutter because I'm going to be putting those on. And then I glued them down at the top and then glued the bow on top of that. And guys, if you have not noticed, my little sign here is reversible, of course. Because this is the focus of the video, I have been focusing on this part mainly. So when I'm done with this part, I'll switch it around and then we'll work on the other side. Oh, I didn't glue them just yet. I remembered that I needed some greenery, of course. So I have this pick, green and gold, and this is from my 99-cent store from last year. So I just removed one of the leaves and glued on two, and then glued on my bow on top of that. And then I still needed something else, so I took the gold berry that came off the leaves and glued those on as well. Trim down the excess cord. And I think this side is done. So now I flip that around. I did make a bow from the same gingham ribbon for this side. I didn't want this side too fussy. There I was trying to see, okay, Christina needed something else, but no. I decided I didn't want it too fussy, so I just glued on the bow only. And then to cover up that hole at the top, I got I added the string using a piece of baker's twine. Added the string, tied it at the top, and then swing around the knot inside the hole. And then to cover that, I took a wooden bead, cut that in two, and glue down each half on either side. And our sign is done, finally. More in the final reveal. On to inspiration number 3. Alright, so I took a piece of cardboard and I'm tracing out 2 pieces, cut those out, and I'm gluing them together. And I'm taking this pack of skewers, bamboo skewers I had in my stash, and this is how I'll be gluing them on. I'm applying some hot glue to the tip and just gluing them on evenly 4 sides first, and then just fill in the remainder of the space with the others. Now looking back, and you will see that in the end what I should have done, I shouldn't have used all of the skewers, but your girl just went to town and used all the skewers on this thing. And this is not my original idea. I saw this on Pinterest, and when I was done with mine, I went back and looked at the video, and I saw that the lady did not use all her skewers. But nevertheless, I loved how mine turned out, and you'll see how beautiful it is at the end. So this is what I did. I glued on all the skewers, and when I was done gluing them on, I gathered them up at the top, used a piece of the baker's twine and tied that together. And this is where I said I should not have used all of them because all of it bundled up too much at the top. Now I'm going to take this roll of yarn that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to wrap that around the tree starting at the base. And yes, this is my Christmas tree. And I will wrap closely, making sure that the skewer is not showing through the yarn. Now you can paint, apply a coat of white paint to this if you want to. I did not do that because that's not what I was focusing on at the time. So I'm just wrapping it around and just going as close as possible as I could. So if you're still here and enjoying the video so far, give me a Christmas tree emoji in the comments down below. Let me know you're enjoying the content. And if you have not yet subscribed, now would be a good time to do so. It's free. And to all my returning subscribers, big up yourself, big up yourself. Yes, in my Jamaican lingo. But I really do appreciate all of you guys. Your support means the world to us. Alright, so now we are at the very top. I wrapped the yarn over the cord that you saw there. And now I'm going to take a piece of this jute and complete the wrapping. And I went all the way up to the top. I'm sorry you can't see what I'm doing there, but that's what I'm doing. And then I just glued that down. And now I'm taking some of these wooden stars and I'm going to paint them gold. I got these from Temu, and I just took a piece of masking tape, folded in the 2 ends and tape that down, and then put the stars on top of it, and I'm giving them 2 coats. And now they're dry. I took a piece of this gold berry garland and I cut off the excess and just tuck the end of the garland into a piece of the cardboard that was right there. You can also glue that down. And now I'm going to glue on the stars, and I'm just gluing them on the first 3 evenly, and then the others I'll just kind of place them where they would line up. Now here I go again with another piece of that greenery, green and gold, and I'm using that as my topper because I couldn't find anything. And then I had 2 of the stars left, and I glue those together with a little piece of the skewer, and I'm going to force that into the top, and my tree is done. Let me know what you think about my tree. Now for the bonus. Guys, I got chocolate in these boxes 4 years ago. Can you imagine? And I decided to hold on to the boxes, and I've been holding on to them ever since. Now there are different sizes, as you can see, and I'm going to just use them for a tree. There you go. Different sizes, as you can see. Now I'm gonna use them for a tree. I'm kind of tired, guys. All right, so this ribbon, I got this from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to wrap that around my tree, this side. And then the gold mesh ribbon, I got that from the 99-cent store. I've had that in my stash forever. I'm just wrapping that around, gluing it at the top, and I'm gonna do the same for the gold mesh one. Guys, please don't forget the host channels and the playlist in the description box below. I know you will enjoy what we have presented to you today. I can't wait to see what the other ladies have done, because this was really a challenge for many of us, especially where the cookie cutter is concerned, because not everybody are able to go out and grab one from the Dollar Tree, but we may do. And I'm so excited to see what the other ladies have done. All right, so I have finished wrapping the ribbon, and I took some more of the green leaves, glued that at the top, and this poinsettia I had also, I just decided to glue that there as well because it looks good. And guys, we are here for the final reveal. I thank you so much for sticking around. And here is my cookie cutter reversible cutting board decor piece. I love it. This one is my absolute favorite. I am actually a little surprised at how it turned out. I didn't know that it would have turned out so pretty. And here is our little crate, mushroom crate with our bling embellishment. Love this one too. And you notice the mushroom feet on here. Here I style it with a globe from my last project, or my last DIY. I will link that one at the end so you can check that out as well. And here is our Christmas tree. I love how this one turned out as well. Guys, let me know which one of these was your favorite today. And I also want to thank Brenda and Kathy Jo for creating this amazing challenge. It was definitely a challenge, and we were able to pull through. Thank you, Brenda and Kathy Jo. Guys, if you love budget-friendly content like this and you have not yet subscribed, please do so before you leave, and check out this video right here and this playlist. And stay safe, my friends, until my next one. Bye.